I glance up at my crystals as the last rays of the setting sun cause splotches of amber to dot the stone walls and ceiling. It is my favorite, yet saddest time of day. I dread and cherish my next task in equal measure, and linger at the window to relish the last bit of sun on the meadow. Forcing myself to turn from the scene, I raise my wings. Light from the window shines through them, causing the room to glow with a slight green tinge. Crossing to my doors and opening them wide, I scan my ceiling to savor the dimming light illuminating my prisms. I close and open my wings, rising into the air and exiting my room. Flying through the castle to my parents' chambers, as I do every night, I alight in their study. Mother sits in front of the fire, harp on her right, father on her left. Seeing his chin dip, I approach Mother. I kiss her cheek. Mother, will you play for us, or shall I? She blinks, and I think I see the edges of her mouth turn up just a hair. Sitting on the hearth before her, I await reply. Had I imagined a slight smile, or was it wishful thinking? Her gaze shifts to her lap.
Perhaps you could play, Titania. Your mother loves hearing you.
Father stands and wraps his hands around her shoulders. Mother's eyes stay trained on the flames in front of her, while I slide the stool to the harp and begin a tune. After years of lessons, I play well, but nothing like Mother used to. She could draw tears from a crowd with one pluck of a string. Father retakes his seat, and I note his furrowed brow. Laying a hand across the strings, I halt my song. Father, is something wrong? Surely Mother will... I swallow before uttering the same hope-filled words I repeat every night. She will be better when her mourning is over. 1 year per lost child seems appropriate. Several years have passed since my 4 brothers were slaughtered while fighting the kobold army. 3 years since we have heard her voice, or gotten more than a blink of her eyes in response to kisses, hugs, condolences, pleas, and sometimes on my part, tear-filled rage at her inability to see I not only lost my brothers, but my mother as well. I thought one of her sisters would stay after the official mourning period. I loved having my cousins here, but each of the aunts crumbled under the duress of Mother's catatonic state. Father offered their husbands prominent positions in the army, but after the prior massacre, even the promise of wealth and admiration would not sway them to stay in our kingdom, and they sailed north, over the sea to their home in Bedham. As much as I wanted to, I could not place blame. Each kingdom faced their share of foe, but none proved more dangerous than the kobold.
Many thoughts weigh on my mind.
Father's voice brings me out of my self-pity. Please tell me.
Finish your tunes first. They bring me joy.
Not knowing how else to help, I begin a new song. He works hard touring the countryside with his guards, hearing grievances of our people, and keeping the accounts balanced for the kingdom. I worry he is lonely with only his advisors to converse with. Once the ballad ends, I spin my stool to face him. Taking a deep breath, I wait for him to speak. He smooths his beard and begins the story of the kobold, how they live in caves and hollows between our realm and lower earth. Father, I know the histories. I am not a child anymore. Please just tell me what troubles you. I guess that he may not wish to dwell on all we lost either, especially as we try to keep our nights together, happy and carefree. With my brothers gone and my mother's condition, he and I only have each other. His 2 brothers and their sons were killed in the battle as well, leaving us the last remaining royals of Auburn, me, the only heir to the throne.